All right, so let's start off with the Ohio recap. First of all, this was probably one of the shortest flights that I've ever been on, yet one of the most choppy, uncomfortable. I'm not one to get air sick. I have a car sick problem. It's actually really bad, but we're not going to get into that right now. I don't get air sick. I normally fall asleep, whatever, but this plane was going left, right, sideways, up, down. I don't know what the heck it was doing, but I did not feel well on it. I've actually been struggling a lot lately with this whole car sick thing. I don't really want to go into the details of it, but if any of you guys have suggestions on how to prevent this long term, send them my way. I have a pill for it that I can take. I have ginger gum and ginger chews, but it is becoming such an inconvenience to my life. And then I start to feel not well, and then I panic because I'm not feeling well, and I'm like, oh my God, this is happening again. And then my panic just adds to it. It makes me feel worse. And that's all I'm going to say. Please send your solutions my way. Anyway, flight, super not comfortable at all. I had the nicest Uber driver, I will say. I feel like I tell you guys my Uber stories all the time, and most of them are not good. But I really enjoyed this guy. Him and his wife were both picking up people from the airport. They both dropped us off at the same hotel, but he was such a pleasant guy. Normally, I don't like when my Uber drivers talk to me. I don't know. I mean, say you're hi, say where you going, blah, 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 a little small talk. But when they don't stop talking the whole time, sometimes I just want to close my eyes and I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. This guy, we had such a great conversation. I was like, you might just be a buddy. You just might be a buddy now. I really liked him. I forget his name though, so that just shows you how deep. Listen, it's been a long week. Anyway, I was very excited to get to my hotel. I had an hour that I was just going to work out, and then I was going to go answer some emails, jump on a call. I walk into the place and I'm like, wow, this is a really different hotel. It was very open, almost cruise ship. That was, it was very old. It was an old building, but obviously the rooms and the amenities and stuff were new. But I was like, this building's got a lot of character to it. This is going to be so fun. I go to the front desk. The guy at the front desk is so polite, so nice. He gets me set up. I'm like, hey, I know it's 1:30 and check-in times are at 3. And he's like, no, we got you. Your room's good. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So he gives me my keys. I go up. I find my room. I walk in. And there's a hallway before I could actually see the bed. And I'm like, ooh, this is going to be nice. My bed is not even, to say my bed wasn't made when I walked into the room is an understatement. My bed barely had the cover that goes over the mattress on it. No sheets, not a comforter in sight, pillows without the pillowcases on the dresser across from the bed, cabinets just open, very confused. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to change. I'm not paying for this hotel. So I'm going to go down. I'm going to be very nice. So I took a picture and I went down and said to the guy, hey, I know you just saw me 5 minutes ago. I walked in and this is what my room looked like. And his eyes and I know it wasn't his fault. And his eyes just got so wide. And I was like, listen, it's cool. It's just, I'm going to go use the gym for a half hour. Can you just have somebody make the bed while I do that? And he was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. So I'm like, it's fine. So I go do that. I come back. My bed's made, whatever. I do some work and then we have a dinner to go to at night. So I get dressed. I put on my new high heels. I got a nice my fit jeans on, a black bodysuit on. And I'm standing by my suitcase and then I stand up and all of a sudden I'm on the ground again. I ate shit. I wiped out and I look. There's outlets on the floor in my room, which what like bedroom has outlets on the floor, but whatever. This is an old building, like I said. The cover to the outlet wasn't on the outlet at all. Like it wasn't, I don't know how to describe it. Like the cover was just lying above the hole. So my heel went in between that crack and I just ate complete shit. And now I'm seeing like exposed wires everywhere. So I went back down, asked them to fix it. The woman was very apologetic. I was like, it's okay. Just have somebody fix it. I'm stepping out for a few hours. Came back, not fixed. I talked to one of the guys I was there with. He said he came in and towels were everywhere. Sheets were everywhere in his room. So I'm not going to put this hotel name on blast, but someone's got to give because they're going to come across people that aren't as nice as me and my coworker, and it's not going to be pleasant. And that was how Ohio kicked off for me. Though there's really not much to be said about Cleveland. I mean, they had a nice little downtown area by I guess it's Lake Erie, like the riverfront was pretty nice. We were walking home the first night and we heard like music playing. I couldn't really hear anything when we were actually at the brewery. But then as we passed by, I realized, oh, that's Illenium. So I got to hear Illenium. I didn't get to see Illenium. What confused me though is that people were sitting in like high-rise bleachers. You don't like sit at a concert like that, you know? Like if you go and see a DJ, like you don't sit. So I don't know. That was a little bit weird, but I actually had a conversation with one of my coworkers the week before that I wanted to bring up to you guys, and then I realized I completely forgot. But it kind of fits in to my whole Ohio trip. So the reason why I went to Cleveland was for work. Obviously, I am in a marketing role, but I work very closely with sales. So I go to a lot of sales events and stuff like that. I just don't have to deal with the quota and hitting my numbers, and I get to make pretty things, which is what I like to do. Not the point, though. So I was talking with my coworker last week, and she said, you know, Liz, if diet is so important in you seeing results, what do you do about all these sales functions? Because if you're not in sales culture can be hard to understand. And if you are in sales or a similar type role, then listen on up. So just to give a little bit of background, and I hate that it is this way. I hate it. But unfortunately, when you're in sales, you got to do a lot of schmoozing. You got to take your partners or your whatever, your reps, your resellers out to dinner. You know, you got to go to these big events and just be nice. Put on your little nice face.